Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Washington Wizards basketball stream. As the title says, a Sunday Washington Wizards stream. Good morning. Hello. Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's having a good day. What's up, Crown? What's up, Lior? Crown, what's up with this Draymond to DC stuff? I saw it on Twitter. Oh, because they said they ain't signed him to a match or something like that. But what's going on, guys? Today, of course, there's not much really to talk about. Nothing's really gone on, so it's going to be just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. We do have, I guess, an update report from Shams. He basically said that the trade talks between the Jazz and the Knicks have stalled. He said the Jazz are engaging with other teams such as the Hornets and the Wizards. So that's interesting. What's going on, Biggie? So it seems as if the Wizards are still trying to do something as far as Donovan Mitchell, according to Sham. So that's good to see. That's kind of what mainly I wanted to talk about. Everything else we can kind of just freelance. And this is the kind of sucky part of the off season, y'all. What's going on, Sin City? This is kind of the sucky part of the off season where it's like we don't really got much to talk about until things like actually happen. What's going on, Dat? Like summer league over, draft is over, free agency for the Wizards is pretty much over. Like unless they pull off some kind of move for Donovan, free agency is most likely over. So it's like everything's kind of a little dry right now. We're in that dry period until we really hit October and hit preseason. Elio said I don't think we have a good package for Spider. Yeah, I still think the odds of that happening are low. But you never know. This is my thing. Crowley said, remember that Dame and Brad backcourt from the Olympics is going to have the same defense as Mitchell and Brad. This is my thing on the Mitchell thing. I just, regardless of fit, regardless of how people feel about it defensively, I just do not think the Washington Wizards should be in the business of turning away elite talent because they are, one piece away or the fit isn't just supreme and 100% like just perfect. What's going on, Bees? I don't think the Wizards should be in the business of turning away elite players because, when have the Wizards ever been interested in an elite player on a serious level? With the chance that they are actually continuing to go after him. KD, but we all know that was a pipe dream at the time in the past. But I don't think the Wizards should be in the business of turning away elite talent, man. Because of defensive issues or fit or, this is my thing. Saying the Wizards shouldn't make a move. If you say the Wizards shouldn't make this move because, they're not going to be a championship contending team or whatnot, brother. I don't care if they're not going to instantly be a finals team, like instantly. Dude, they're going to be better than whatever they are now. And I'd rather them have Spider and whatever while they have Brad on the max than do whatever they're doing now and be a potential lottery team again. But this time they have a max contract on their tables. So now it's even worse. So I get the issue as far as fit. I do. I really see the issue there. It's like defense and you got two high usage guards and I get it. I do. For people who make that point, I 100% agree with it. I get it. But that still does not change the fact that the Wizards should not be in the business of turning away elite talent because of things like fit or defensive issues. The Wizards' defense have already sucked for however long, so why all of a sudden we care about defense now? We've been sucking on defense. So why are we acting like defense is such a big thing? We've been sucked at that. Who cares? They've sucked defensively for years now. I think you go ahead and make the move if it's possible. Once again, if it's somehow possible, which could very likely not be possible. But if it's there, man, go for it, bro. I think the most consensus, talking point about the Wizards when you ask people outside of the fan base is they need another starter, Bradley Beal, because this team isn't looked at as anything serious. This team isn't looked at as really respectable, unless they were to get another star that's on a Donovan Mitchell level. No matter if you feel like Donovan may be a little overrated, Donovan Mitchell's still a really good player. He's still an elite talent, and I think that would be a really good. Donovan could be a 1 on the team. I mean, 1 or 2, however you look at it, who's better. But I wouldn't mind it, man, because the Washington Wizards are beggars. The Washington Wizards are beggars in the NBA. They aren't, the Celtics or the Lakers, these high-valued, historic franchises. The Washington Wizards are beggars. And what's that famous saying? Beggars cannot be choosers. Wizards fans be trying to do all this choosing and being picky and doing all this choosing. Bro, we are beggars. We're beggars. So we don't really have the benefit of being like, I don't want Donovan. Let's go after the next guy. I mean, they don't really have the benefit of that, man. And like I said, I'm sorry. I get the fit questions. I really do. I really get the fit questions, but fit isn't stopping me from acquiring talent. Teams do it all the time. You look at baseball with the Yankees when they had Luke Voit and then they got Anthony Rizzo. People say, oh, how would that work? How would that? You just get the talent in the building. I mean, there's, like sometimes you get the talent in the building, worry about the fit later. You worry about trying to get the fit together later, but you just get the talent in the building. Because a team with Bradley Beal and Donovan Mitchell as your top 2 has a higher ceiling than any current team the Wizards can currently put together. I'm sorry. I just feel like the ceiling is higher on this team. What gives you a better chance of becoming a destination, which the Wizards kept talking about after they signed Bradley Beal? Keeping the team the way it is now or getting a Donovan Mitchell? Which team puts the Wizards in a better position to be a destination as they so badly want to be? Donovan Mitchell and Brad Beal or the current Wizards roster? It ain't the current Wizards roster because people still don't want to play in Washington. So it ain't that. I think you got a better chance with Brad and Dame. I said Dame. Brad and Donovan. So point there. What team is more respected? It has a higher ceiling, in my opinion. Brad and Dame, or I said, why do I keep saying Brad and Dame? Brad and Donovan, or the Wizards' current team? In my opinion, Donovan and Brad. I just think when you have a top 2 like that, a strong top 2 like that, if you could do the other little stuff right, you could be in a pretty decent position. A pretty decent position. I did see that, Crown. The Mystics, they did clinch a playoff berth. So, there is a Washington basketball franchise that's doing pretty decent. That's playoff bound. Could try to... I know they lost to like the Storm or something, and that kind of killed their chances at getting the top 3 seed or something like that. I do know that. Like, this is the thing. Guys, Yes. I don't understand the mindset of if the Wizards trade for Donovan Mitchell, they instantly have to be a championship contending team, bro. Bro, we're just talking about one season. There's more than just one season in NBA. You know what I mean? There's next season, etc. This is what team building is for. People keep saying, "Oh, if you get Donovan, oh, you're still only a fifth seed. Oh, you may only be a second round exit and whatnot." Bro, so what? There's always next season and the season after that. You build. You build around that. You continue to build around the team. You know, the Bulls traded for Vucevic. That didn't make them, an instant, contender or respectable team, but they continue to build around the roster. You continue to build around the roster. But this is that's a 2 real strong building blocks to go off of. What is, like, nobody's saying it's going to be instant championship. You still have to build a team, which could take an extra season or whatnot, but you're in a better spot than what you previously were. I mean, it's not just because, I don't think you have to just, if you're trading for Mitchell, you automatically got to be a championship team. If not, don't do it. Bro, newsflash, the Wizards are never going to be anything more than possibly, right now, I don't think they're anything past the first round exit. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. So, a first round exit to a second round exit is slight improvement. And then you continue to build upon that. You continue to build upon it. I don't know why people feel like they instantly, to make a move, it has to be them instantly jumping into Eastern Conference Finals. You still got to build a team. Regardless. Just like they trying to build a team now, they will have to build a team still if they got Donovan. It's still all about team building. But what makes your ceiling higher? What moves the needle for your team? Donovan Mitchell is better than whoever the Wizards currently have on their team. I feel like a lot of people would say Donovan's better than Bradley. Donovan's better than almost everybody on the team. If you're including Brad. And say he's better than Brad, then he's better than everybody on the team. That moves the needle. That makes your ceiling higher when you look at building around that. I'd rather build around Brad and Donovan than build around Brad and, hoping everybody else. I mean, B said we cannot afford anybody else. Beezy said the money is a big concern. I don't know what the path is to concession. This salary alone is $500 million. Steve, that's up to them. They got to figure that out. I mean, teams do it all the time. They figure out ways to get it together. They figure out ways to bring in talent. Even if it's like, mid-ish talent. But this is the positive thing. You have more guys that's willing to come and play on cheaper deals and whatnot because they like your talent. They like what you're trying to do. I mean, this is why I say the team building aspect is going to be very important. I mean, but the issues that people raise, once again, I've said it over and over again. I agree. I get the issues. I get the concerns. I'm not saying those are invalid. I'm not saying they don't make sense. But as I sneeze, excuse me, get the talent in the door. That's my biggest thing. I just put the talent in. Hoodie, you say I don't think we can get Donovan. Danny Ainge is asking too much. Yeah, we have young players, but I don't think we have picks to persuade the Jazz. Chip, what's going on? BZ said crowd misses the only respectable DC basketball team. They find a way to at least stay in the mix. Christ said, bro, at BZ said Dilladon is literally a loyal KD. I think, man. Okay. So, if we don't get Donovan, which is most likely the most possible thing. Which is that we don't get him. I mean, I guess we just wait. What's going on, Brandon? We just wait, and we see how everything else is. We see how everything else goes. We wait and see how everything else goes. But you say, unless someone pulls a James Harden and suits I was willing to take less money, then yeah, I'm all in. And this is my thing. I think more people, more veteran guys will be willing to play with the Wizards that has Donovan and Brad rather than Brad and whoever else. I think the Wizards feel like they also need another starter pair with Brad. I think they feel like they need another starter pair with Brad. Who that star is, I don't know. I mean, they're trying. Who's realistic? I don't know. I mean, we all agree that, you know, guys like KD, guys like Donovan are long shots. Like, probably less than a 5% chance, maybe less than a 1% chance of happening. But I think the Wizards acknowledge and understand that Bradley Beal does need another star. They need a player that really can raise the level and raise the ceiling of this team. And try to build around that new ceiling. Like I said, who that star may be, I don't know. Because I don't know who they can realistically get. We see them be interested. I mean, maybe they pull one on us. But, hey. I don't know, guys. We'll have to see. But for right now, it looks as if we just gonna have to rock with what we got in the season right now. Currently on the team. That's what we rocking with. And we gonna have to see who improves and what everything is looking like. But I haven't brought it up. Hoodie said I don't mind us getting Julius Randle if the cost is not that high. I don't like, if you talk about fits, I don't know. That would be weird because KP will want the ball, but Julius needs the ball as well, down low. So you got two guys who need the ball down low. That's odd. Unless you want to just send KP to the 3-point line, have him sit around there, but I don't think that's a good role for him. I wouldn't like him doing that. I need him down there. But what was I about to say? Cardi said Della Don's from the DMV just like KD, bro. She is. Is she really? Della Don's shoes is crazy. I didn't search that. She was born in Delaware. Did she where did she go to high school? She went to high school in Delaware. Woman is not from here. But yeah, I mean, I don't know who that star would be. I really don't. The Wizards obviously are looking to improve on a star level, and I respect it. I respect them trying. I really am. I really do respect it, but I don't know who they realistically can get, man. But like I said, thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't hit the like button already, make sure you hit that like button for your boy. If you want to become a channel member, hit the link that I have in the pinned chat. Or if you want to donate and support in that way, you can also do that. But yeah. So, okay, let me ask you guys this. Since you guys are worried about Donovan and the fit or whatnot, like even if it was KD, the money would be kind of crazy and whatnot. But what star would you guys prefer? That's like potentially you guys could see popping up and becoming available. Who would you guys like? Because we know KD's available. We know Donovan's available. I don't know who will be available in the future. What's going on, Zay? Zay say y'all getting Spider. Doubt it, but I think it will be cool. I would like it. Donovan said OG Anunoby. Christ said she from the DMV. According to Wikipedia, that girl from Wilmington, Delaware. Brady said OG not a star, but a good fit. I think OG's one of those moves where it's like, it's very respectable. I'd be cool with it. I like it. I like OG. I do like OG. I wouldn't mind it. Zay said, nah, y'all not getting him. Steve said LeBron's contract is almost up. How about him? Only way the Wizards get LeBron is if they draft his son. That's the only chance the Wizards got to get LeBron. That's if they get his son in the draft. They pull that move and then try to convince him that way. Other than that, that man is most likely staying in LA. I don't know why he would leave LA. Especially at this point in his career. It would either be LA or going back to Cleveland, but Cleveland's kind of building a good thing right now. So I don't know how interested they would even be in getting the older LeBron back. So I mean, I think he stays in Cleveland. Zay said y'all should be taken. Zay, I'm past the point of saying the Wizards should be taken. I mean, it's something that everybody knew. They chose not to, so I mean, I kind of don't even talk about that no more because it's so like I'm just past the point of talking about that because they just chose not to. So they chose not to. Oh well, we know it's not happening. So tough. It's definitely tough, but cool. Brandon, thank you for becoming a member. Welcome to the Wizards family, my man. I appreciate you. Dubs in the chat for Brandon. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for joining up as a member, my man. Welcome to the family. Zay said the Cats would take Brown in the heartbeat. Stevie said he'll go from king to president of DC. OBJ said the fit and us going out to Spider should be surprising. We were trying to get Ivy another combo guard and everyone was fine with that. Yeah, like Jaden Ivey isn't a true natural fitting point guard. As far as I don't know if it was Steve, was it you? Somebody was in here telling me. I don't think it was Steve. Somebody was in here telling me that they were telling me that basketball and positions, like there's no more like true point guards anymore. Because I was talking about Jaden Ivey. And somebody told me, I forgot exactly who it was. They were like, oh, there's no more positions. There's no more real natural true point guards. A lot of point guards are, combo guards or whatnot. So look at it from a position. We're going more into a positionless basketball era, as they say. I don't see the issue. I really don't see the issue. There's not a lot of Chris Paul kind of point guards anymore in today's NBA. There just isn't. But I wouldn't mind it, man. I'm telling y'all. If you could do it, go ahead and do it, bro. Zay say I might make a playoff push. KP just got to stay healthy. People been saying that same thing about KP for like the last 5 years, bro. For like the last 5 years. Christ said, yo, I thought DMV meant Delaware, Maryland, Virginia. I feel like you're trolling me, Crown. You trolling? I know you're trolling, actually. I know you're trolling. Because that's pretty crazy. That's how I know you're trolling. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, man, I don't know who the Wizards. I'm cool with Donovan. Zay said KB is the top big. He got to stay healthy. And I don't know if he'll stay healthy this year. I don't know if he'll realistically stay healthy this year. It will be beautiful. It will be a beautiful thing if he really could. It really will be a beautiful thing if he could. But I don't know, man. Don't know. Zay said, who y'all center? Because KP not playing center. KP plays. He's the Wizards starting center. KP's the Wizards starting center. That's why Kevin, who's not in here today, Kevin usually brings up Miles Turner because he wants Miles Turner at the 5 and KP at the 4. I think that would be a terrific front court. Having Turner at the 5 who can spread the floor, also block shots. Have KP be at the 4. But currently, KP's at the 5. And that's another reason I want him at the 4. Zay. Exactly. I want, that banging down low, a guy who already be banged up and already be hurt. I don't need him down there banging at the 5, bro. I really don't. I want him over there at the 4. Plus, he has more matchup advantages. I want him there at the 4. I would love it if they could get a Miles Turner. I think that's somebody they should be interested in. Put him over there at the 4. Put Miles Turner down there at the 5. You got a guy who can shoot the 3 ball. You got a guy who's not the best rebounder, but you got a guy who can block shots. A guy who has some athleticism down there next to KP. I would like Miles Turner better than whoever they had next to him in Dallas. If it was Dwight Powell or Maxi Kleber, one of those. It was Dwight Powell or Maxi Kleber. One of those two guys. That was the guy that they had next to KP in Dallas at the 5. I would love a Miles Turner. I really would. I would love a Miles Turner. For sure. Definitely.
I ain't never ever seen you act like this
Aaron,
before.
thank you.
You getting bucket
for
How you feel?
The 15, I believe. That's Israeli Shikite. Correct? I believe. Because I looked it up. I looked it up as well. Tell me if I'm wrong or if I'm right. Because I feel like I'm right. What's going on though, Aaron? Thank you for the donation, my man. I appreciate you. Appreciate the support today, guys. Appreciate the views. Appreciate the likes. Once again, if you haven't liked the video, make sure you go ahead and like that. Appreciate my boy Brandon for the member. Appreciate my boy Aaron for the donation. Of course, my OG members. Biggie in here. B's in here. Right. Yes, sir. Biggie said I was watching Ed on Lockdown he brought up an interesting question about his last podcast and lineups. When we played the Timberwolves, we might have to go KP at the 4, Gafford at the 5. Yeah, for some games you may have to just switch it up like that, because you got two bigs. You got two bigs going on. You got a two big situation. Donovan, you said Turner would hate the fit because he apparently hated his role with Sabonis. Why would he? I mean, that's true. They said Sabonis and Turner had whatever going on. But I don't know. Why did he... Donovan, do you know specifically why he hated the fit? Does he feel like he should have got the ball more or something? Like he has a face-up game or something? Or a back-to-the-basket game? Why did he hate the fit? Because I know there was something there, but why did he hate the fit? I think it would be a good fit. But yeah, it's definitely right on that. Brandy said, hope we can see more KP and Gaff lineups. The short amount of time we saw last season, it was actually a pretty good fit. I think we do see that. I don't think it starts, but I do think we see that a little bit more. They did experiment with it towards the end of last season. West took a while to do a lot of experimental things. He took too long to sit Neto and give him DNPs and start Sato. He took too long to start playing KP and Gaff together, in spurts. He took too long for a couple of things. Biggie said, what's your lineup? D starting and closing. Also, 20 seconds on the clock. Down 2 lineup and down 2 lineup. You said, starting lineup. Monte, I would say Monte, Bill. If Denny impresses in camp and he's improved his 3-point shooting, I would say Denny at the 3. If he's still struggling to shoot, I would say Will at the 3. Kuzma, KP. Closing lineup, I can 100% see Monte, Brad, Will, Kuzma, and KP. I could see that being the closing three. Maybe in situations it could be Denny there, but I think for the main part, those guys like Monte, Brad, for some reason I just think Will's going to be in that closing lineup, and then Kuzma and KP. I think that's like the start lineup. I could see easily being the closing lineup. I really could. BG said, "Let's Gaff steps it up. It's hard to trust him as a starting center." Yeah, I'm not that fond of him being the starting center. I'm really not. But I mean, that's why I think the Wizards are more comfortable with him coming off the bench. Even if KP, when naturally he misses games, I wouldn't be surprised if Taj Gibson is a guy who steps into the starting lineup instead of Daniel, so they can keep him on the bench. Josh Robbins in his Q&A article, he even said that he thinks Taj Gibson is for like if what's his face? Is for if what's his name? If KP was to get hurt, he even said that he thinks Taj would be the one to step into the starting lineup instead of Gafford. Donovan, you say yeah, he just wanted a larger role offensively in the paint. That's pretty weird. I don't know why. That's not his game. Dudes be wanting to play out of their role so much. I don't know why some players like to just do more than they should be doing. Biggie said, my bad, down 2 lineup and up 2 lineup. Up 2 lineup? Well, the first lineup I did was down 2. My up 2 lineup. Up 2. Give me DeLon Wright, Brad, Denny, Kuzma, KP. That's my up 2 lineup. Give me that. I'll close it out with that for my up 2. DeLon Wright, a little more size. Diddy, obviously. And then Kuz and KP. And then Brad, obviously. Brandy said, I'm just happy we don't gotta watch Neto anymore. Neto had his moments. B said Neto's my guy. Francisco said Neto used to go crazy, don't be a hater. Neto had his moments, man. He definitely did, where he was just, he was just hooping. He had his moments where he was just hooping, but I mean, dudes was just, you could just shoot over the kid, man. Like Kevin Porter Jr., when he hit that game winner on the Wizards, shot right over Neto like he didn't exist. But when Neto was shooting on them shots, and bricking, oh man, terrible. Shooting on them shots and bricking was terrible, man. Telling you. But yeah, Neto was cool for the time. Cool for the time being, man. He had his moments for sure. Definitely had his moments. Brandy say he had his games, but towards the end of the season, he was just unplayable and frustrating. Yeah, that's exactly it. He definitely had his moments where I'm like, yo, he out there hooping. And then he had his moments where he was just frustrated. I'm like, I don't understand why he's still playing. I felt like he was a guy, he turned into a guy who was taking a lot of shots. Didn't really play that good of defense. Was too small. Like, I mean, he tried, but he was just small. He was a smaller guy. So, naturally, I felt like,
I ain't never, ever.
Biggie, my man, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Appreciate the support, my man. Already a member and sending in the dono. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you, Steve. My guy. Francisco said back when we had our 3-guard lineups, we used to run out there with Ish, Brad, and Russ. We used to run out there with Neto, Brad, and Isaiah Thomas, whoever, or Russ, and it was a mess. Those 3-guard lineups was, if it wasn't Austin Rivers, Brad and John. I mean, it's just honestly, those were pretty bad times. Like, I'm okay with a 3-guard lineup, in spurts. You know how like the Warriors even run Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson, and Steph. They may run them, but that's not their main. Like that's not their main thing. But they play them together though at times from time to time. They do play them together. But like Scott loved it. No matter the defensive detriment, they loved it. Scott loved it. It was crazy. Scott loved it. B said the legendary 3-guard lineup, oh man. Yeah. Brady said we'll never forget him for his service at the 4. Bro. That dude, what's his face? Raul Neto. I have a video on Twitter of him guarding LeBron James. He used to be out there guarding LeBron James. How do we get these matchups? I'm telling you, man. It's crazy. Let me try to find it.
I ain't never ever.
Steve, my man, another $1.99. Appreciate you. He said, would you pick up Draymond Green's contract? I don't have an issue with Dray. See, like I get it. You ask yourself, because I don't know how Draymond would do on the Wizards. Because Draymond works really good and he's really important for the Warriors and the Warriors system, right? I don't know if that works as well, with a system like the Wizards and on a team like the Wizards, with the talent the Wizards have. The Wizards don't have the starting talent and Hall of Fame talent that the Warriors have. I don't know how well that would work with Draymond on the Wizards. Now, people, I'm not going to talk crazy about Draymond because I do think Draymond's good. His role for the Warriors is really important. I don't know how well that transfers on another team with lesser talent. He is playing with two other Hall of Fame players and typically other really good role players. But I don't know. I don't know if that works out with the Wizards. I don't know y'all just see Neto strap. Like, y'all, look at this. Look at this, man. I have video evidence. Of Raul Neto guarding LeBron James. What is Raul Neto doing on a guy like LeBron James? I don't know how he ends up on LeBron. I really don't. I think it's crazy. I've made a plethora of videos. Look at this. Look at these tweets. Ish Smith. Raul Neto, Bradley Beal, Russell Westbrook. Scott Brooks has begun the 4-guard lineup. He has transcended. Come on, man. Look at the lineups. Look, I have so many tweets about this. Scott Brooks puts these lineups on the court and wonder why the defense has. Westbrook, 6'3". Ish Smith, 6 foot. Raul Neto, 6'1". It was crazy, bro. The 3-guard lineups was crazy. They really were. NBA side made a account because we added a key watch after stream. I'll check it out, NBA. BG said, don't blame my guy Neto for the Scott. For that, Scott was making him look bad. BG said he clamped him up though. He did clamp him up. I said Neto was the LeBron stopper. I tweeted that out too. It's just it's crazy, man. I just have so many videos about the Wizards and their small lineups, man. It's crazy. It really is. Brady said I can guarantee Bertans bricked that wide open three. I think he bricked. That's why I paused the video. After like when I was actually watching it, I think that's why I paused it, because I think Bertans bricked it. I think he bricked it. I would have kept it going if he made it, because that would have been nice. But I think he bricked. Pretty sure he bricked. Beezy said, "LOL, you already know I'd rather put Neto out there to defend Braun than Bertans." Oh, Bertans is barbecue chicken out there. Neto will at least fight. First Sizzle, he says still be the playoffs that year too. Yeah, they had a pretty, easy schedule. They had one of the easiest schedules, and to end the season, they took advantage, man. They got hot. And they got hot. They got hot, got in there, got the Philly gentleman sweep, got up out of there, on to the draft. But yeah, they somehow squeaked into the playoffs due to the play-in. They squeaked in, not due to the play-in, because it was already the 8th seed, I believe. Yeah, they were the 8th seed. They got in, they squeaked in, and got on up out of there. Boston gave them the business in the 7th, 8th round seed game. Gave them the business. They beat the Pacers again. No, they beat the Hornets or the Pacers again. I think it was the Pacers again. They dominated that whole season, and Russ dominated that whole season. Then Philly got him up out of there, made him look inferior. Bees, you said, who's your least favorite Wizard, current or former? Least favorite Wizard. Spencer's up there. Spencer's up there. But I gotta go. What's his face? I gotta go Davis. You said NBA legend Bill Russell has passed away? Oh, dang. Oh, I just looked at it. Dang. Rest in peace to Bill, man. How old was he? 88 years old. Dang, rest in peace to Bill. Dang, man, that's sad. Rest in peace, Bill Russell. To the OG, man. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Bill. 88 years old. Terrible, man. Pioneer of the game right there. Pioneer of the game. They just tweeted out on his Twitter account. They made an announcement 5 minutes ago, Biggie. They just tweeted it out 5 minutes ago from Bill Russell's Twitter account. 5 minutes ago, they tweeted it out. So, dang. Pioneer of the game, man. OG of the game. Class act guy. Rest in peace, Bill Russell. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Oh. Well, that sucks. Jeez. That's a bummer. But, yeah, man. As far as Scott Brooks was a time, bro. Like, facts. Rip to the legend, Bees. Let me show y'all some of these let me show y'all some of these Scott Brooks scores, man. Let me just show y'all some of these Rocket scores in 4 quarters of basketball. Cause this is insane work. 159 to 158 in a regular season game, bro. And not regular season game, in 4 quarters of basketball. Do you know how insane this is, bro? This is like 12 minutes on my career, and you just on pro mode. You know how insane some of these Scott Brooks scores were, bro? Freaking 159 to 158. No overtime. No double overtime. Even with double overtime, you don't be seeing those numbers. Let's go 2020 versus the Nets. Any insane scores? None too bad. Oh, I lied. 149 to 146. 149 to 146. 4 quarters of basketball. 4 measly quarters of basketball. Insane. Insane. 129 to 148. 4 quarters of basketball. This Scott Brooks didn't mean to do that. Scott Brooks was on a different level, bro. When it came to this offense and no defense. Mans was on a different level, bro. Seriously. Like, that's crazy. B said, is that all-time bad defense? I don't know the stats. I know they were one of the worst. Let's look at their defensive efficiency back then. Let's look at it back then. 2019-2020 season. They were 29th in the league in defensive efficiency last season. So they were second to last. Cleveland was last. They were second to last. Opponents, they had their opponent 3-point percentage. They were 21st in giving that up. Yeah, that was opponents' points per game. They were 29th. They gave up 119 points per game to opponents. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. NBA team, opponent shooting percentage in that 2019-2020 season, they were 29th. They gave up 48%. Team shot 48% against them from the field. From the three-point line, they were 27th. They gave up 38% from the three. So yeah, they were a bottom defense. They were a top team in offense. They were I believe they were like maybe they were the 7th best in the NBA in points per game at the time. They were 7th best at points per game. They could score. They could score, but that was about it. Ali, facts. Rip Bill. Big U said no defense of the Scott Brooks era. It was none at all. Scott was full defense. Full offense. No defense. Like, it wasn't even a little defense. It was absolutely no defense. All offense, full pedal to the metal, full pace, run and gun. It was fun games, high scoring games, but you'll never consistently win basketball games having shootouts in almost every single game you play. Having 150 to 150 something games against teams, you're never going to consistently win games. Not like that. You'll never consistently win games. Never. Granted, the Wizards' personnel also was pretty bad. They didn't have the best personnel. So, I will say that as well. It's not like they had the best guys up there, too. Biggie said he had more switches than musical chairs. BG said Isaac Bonga was supposed to be our defensive trump card. Just sad. Yeah. Like, these are the times where we had guys like Isaiah Thompson starting. We had guys like Isaac Bonga. We had guys like Jerome Robinson, Mo Wagner starting in these lineups when on other teams they wouldn't even get any playing time. They were getting legit playing time for the Wizards. Like IT was starting. He's a guy who comes off the bench on other teams. If he's, when he gets a chance with an NBA team, he was starting with the Wizards. Isak Bonga don't get no playing time. He was starting with the Wizards or got legit playing time with the Wizards. I don't even know if Jerome Robinson in the league anymore. Legit playing time with the Wizards. Mo Wagner, he may get some time here and there on the Magic. Legitimate playing time on the Wizards. All these guys was getting these were the dog days, bro. The dog days. They had big roles playing big minutes on the Wizards. These were not NBA rotation level players. But on the Wizards they were. It was crazy. Biggie said I think Bertans may have started once. Yeah, they started Bertans a couple games, I believe. Beezy said Jerome was depressing to watch. Yeah. That bubble, the bubble roster, oh Lord. The bubble starting five with no Bill? Oh man. Those were the dog days. Those were the dog days, bro. I'm telling you. I mean, you talk about the guys. Bro. What year was this? Because I'm about to try to look something. 2020. Bro, look who we were playing in the bubble. Look at the guys who were getting minutes. You had Rui, of course. Isak Bonga. You had TB. Troy Brown. Shabazz Napier, who I don't think is in the league anymore. Jerome Robinson. Ish. Maurice Wagner. Jerian Grant. Admiral Schofield. Jonathan Williams. This is disgusting, bro. This is a tank lineup. This is 100% a tanking lineup. It's disgusting. Disgusting work. Oh, man. I mean, I could have, if you want to be honest, outside of the growth for, the time for Rui, I could have did without that. I could have so did without all that, man. BZ said G League lineup. Yeah, it was terrible. I'm not for the cap. It was really terrible. It really was. It was dark times. They've gotten the roster to the best it's been, where it's everybody's respectable. I like it, the roster's cool, but I mean, especially in comparison for that. OBJ said ready for the new 2K, man. I mean, yeah. I don't know what they're going to do with it. I mean, I'm not expecting too much different. I heard about the My Career story. I mean, I just grind my player up and get up out of My Career, so I don't really care about the story. But, I mean, we'll see. Last 2K was okay, in my opinion. It was just okay. It was, BG said, I don't know if he is even in the league anymore, Biggie. He said, what even happened to the Admiral? Admiral Schofield is currently on the Magic, I believe. Well, he was on the Magic last season. I know that for a fact. He was on the Magic. Yeah, he's on the 2-way contract. So he has some games for the Magic, and he also plays with their G League. Because I remember last season, because of some games that I bet, that it was some player props that was involving Wendell Carter or something. I know that's how I figured out Admiral was on the Magic. So he's still in the league. He's still playing. But he said the G League lineup. Yeah, that lineup was crazy, bro. That lineup was really crazy, honestly. That was terrible. Terrible times, man. But, guys, we running up on an hour. I'm about to try to get started with this day. Appreciate you guys coming in here, man. Appreciate you guys chatting with me. Like I said, I'm just trying to be consistent with the streams. I know it's not that many different topics to really talk about and hit on outside of just us freelancing right now, because we are literally in the dog days of the off season in the NBA. where it's just nothing to talk about, really, until we get media day. Then we can talk about stuff for media day. But right now, it's just outside of maybe little rumors we may hear. We in the dog days of the off season, man. And I know things will pick up when the season starts and we can really get flowing. In the preseason, we can really, really get flowing and start talking consistently about games and all that. That'll be fire. But I'm just trying to keep it consistent for you guys in the off season, in these dog days. Doing my best. Because it ain't a lot to work with right now. But I appreciate you guys sticking with me. Appreciate you guys for all your consistent support. All my members that's in here chatting with me today. I appreciate all you guys. Brandon joining up as a member. I really appreciate you, my man. Biggie in here today. B's in here today. My man. Biggie with the donations as well. Aaron with the donation as well. Really appreciate you guys. Appreciate the likes and everything. You guys are terrific. Love all you guys. Next stream, I don't know. Maybe Monday. Like I said, I'm trying to, off day and then stream. Instead of because it ain't enough to go off with back to back. We're not talking about draft and all that. So I try to usually do it off stream. Try to keep it like that pattern flowing for me. Because I want to keep it consistent so when we hit the regular season, it's just continuous, We all are accustomed to what's going on as far as the streaming. Y'all already know what's up with me. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Everybody have a good night. I said good night. Good rest of the day. Everybody stay safe, man. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Love you guys, and I'll see you next time, man. Thanks for all the support today, guys. I really appreciate it. I will be back with you maybe on Monday. But I said Monday. I lied. Tuesday. But alright, guys. Peace.